episode number 4.
Yay!
Of Coffee with Joan and Brent.
Yes.
She's Joan.
That's Brent.
And
here's our coffee.
We have new mugs.
Hey, look at that.
Thanks to
Michael Copeland.
Whoop, whoop.
With
Farmers Insurance. I guess
Thank
Joan's
you,
like, with this company, whatever that says.
Maybe they can't read it.
I know.
There you go.
So with our setup today...
Oh, clink.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, Michael.
The handles are on this side because of just how it turned out. And you know what? Let's just go lefty. Lefty loosey.
That would be amazing.
Lefty loosey. Oh, I just poured this all over myself? Oh, don't be surprised. So anyways, welcome to the show today. First things first, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when another episode comes on. And if you feel inclined, check us out on iTunes. That podcast, search. You ready? Coffee.
With
Joan.
And
Brent. Check us out.
Look at that.
Subscribe. You can download us, listen to the car. I'll be like the friend that you don't want to tag along with you, but I'm just in the car.
Yeah, but you can turn us off. But you don't want to turn it off because it's going to be funny.
Because I'm always turned on, baby.
Oh, jeez.
So, anyways, welcome to the 4th episode.
Yeah, we're nailing it.
We're trying
consistency.
Our new angle, as you can see, lengthwise. So when we have a guest, we can set him or her right here. And speaking of guests, I put out a call on Facebook the other day saying, who wants to be on Coffee with Joan and Brent?
Yeah. Overwhelming response.
Yeah, considering we only have 3 people that watch this show. There were 60 people that wanted to be on. I was like, how do so many people want to be on, but they don't actually watch the show?
No, I love it because then we get to know all these people.
Oh my God, because you guys are sick of hearing about us, because we run out of stuff to talk about, but we're going to have people on here, and we're going to find out about their background, their past, what makes them tick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people know you and know that you don't ever run out of things to talk about, so it's okay.
Well,
it'll be interesting though.
As the show progresses towards an R rating, then I'll have more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so then we'll have guests on because I want to know about a lot more other people.
Right. And I would like to say that we still have no idea why our camera turned off last episode. It's a completely different setup, different memory card, different camera. But we luckily have the audio. So
yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe we should check that.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
I mean, it's an iPhone. What could go wrong? So anyway, if it cuts out, just keep listening to us.
Yeah.
And you'll see that little, we should get the little error screen, like the rainbow bars that are on the TV.
The rainbow bars are the blue screen. The blue screen.
Oh my God, is it hot in here? It is.
Yes,
it is really hot in here.
But it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside.
Well, thanks for coming on the podcast, Joan.
I'm not a guest.
Yeah, you're not a guest. That's for damn sure. Okay. All right.
So I'm only so interesting to a certain level.
So this past week, we had a very interesting person that we started working with.
Yeah.
And we're going to have her as a guest on the podcast. That's not really an option for her.
Yes, because she has to talk about this.
Right. Does she go by Jen or just Jennifer?
I think she goes by both.
Jennifer.
Well, not
Jennifer Molassin. Is that how we say it?
I think so. Don't butcher her name. Please let us know if we're butchering it.
Well, she's getting a free shout out to at least 6 people. So I don't feel that bad if I butchered her name. I mean, she can at least tell those 6 people, hey, I know Joan.
Yeah.
So she is a physical therapist. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to get into her whole thing because she's going to be a guest and I want her to be able to explain it way better than I can.
Yeah.
But she has some pretty interesting, I don't want to even say theory because it's not theory.
No, it's...
But I'm just not educated enough to come up with the correct word. It's not even hypothesis. It's just...
Truth.
She has a pretty interesting truth. I don't know, her section of...
Her philosophy. Bam! Yes.
There are people that are at work listening to us right now. Brie is one of them.
Yeah, they just thought it said Brie.
Sorry. Whatever. Bria's
Bria,
one of them.
I got it right. Thank you. And she's
now
like,
you just
no,
yelled.
you're both wrong.
No, you just yelled and you got her fired.
No, because she's going to be listening with headphones.
So anyway...
Or AirPods.
So anyway, her field of study in her little realm of physical therapy has to do with how scars and tattoos and piercings affect how your brain functions and muscle.
Yeah, your fascia.
Your what? Your fascia?
Fascia.
Your fascia?
Your fascia.
Yeah.
Because everything's interconnected, and we'll have her explain it.
Yeah, but it's really interesting. Like, we nerded out when we sat down with her for a face-to-face. Like, we went to coffee, and we were just, like, asking her probably way more questions than she was comfortable answering.
Yeah, but it was nice for us.
Yeah.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. She's
cool.
really nice, too. She's so nice. And
you're not even a fan of her. You're also a client.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, she comes over to our house now.
Yeah.
And works on Joan, and because Joan has been injury-riddled, plagued, if you will.
Yeah.
Since I met you.
Yeah.
Which was back in the
day. Which was a Wednesday.
In the winter of 03.
Oh my goodness. No, it wasn't winter. It was summer.
I moved there.
Because you moved then. But
why don't you just tell them about your background there, Joni? Why don't you tell them about the constant injuries that have plagued you?
Yeah, okay. We, well...
I've had 6 hip replacements.
No, growing up as a figure skater, we do a lot of interesting things to
skating.
Ice skating. We put our bodies through a lot of trauma. Falling, compression, mental...
Tights.
Yeah, for guys, tights might not be the best.
Oh, it's more traumatic for the people seeing us in the tights.
Unless you have a nice butt.
I do.
So anyways, after years and years of doing that, my back got pretty bad. I've had a couple fractures there, in that area.
What is this?
In the back area.
You just go to a chiropractor. What's wrong? It's back here.
It's just the back area.
It's back here.
No, I had a fracture in my mid back somewhere. I can't remember when that was or where it was specifically, but I could
mid back.
Yeah, the mid back. That's what I said.
But you don't know where it was.
No, I mean the exact.
It's a range of 3 inches, and you're like, I don't know where it was.
Vertebrae, whatever.
Vertebrazier.
Vertebrae.
Plenty of support.
And I had a fracture in my. In the SI joint area.
The Sports Illustrated.
Still didn't really know the exact area because it healed before they even really found it under an x-ray. They were like, oh, is this did you have a fracture there? Yeah. I just thought it was general back pain, but I guess it wasn't. And then there was a disc problem. And so...
It kept skipping.
Oh, jeez. I don't know, maybe our viewership will...
Oh, yeah, because we're real big in the 12 and under demographic.
I don't know, some people didn't have them then.
We're dominating in the 26 to 94.
Hey, but they call that vintage. Some people like to use the old cassette players because it's, vintage.
Yeah, well, our cars are vintage then.
Yes, that's... They are vintage.
We're so such
vintage.
hipsters.
We are. But, so anyways, after skating and, and then having a child, bearing children, I was with child for a while.
Ew.
I wanted to bring that term in so badly. I just thought it was so funny. We should bring that terminology back in.
God, I hope the camera's cut off already. I hope we're just talking to no one right now.
But after that, the back issues never really went away. And for a while, just through skating, I didn't really take good care of it because, you're kind of taught to push through a lot of things as an athlete. And you're like, you know what? It's just pain. You can push through it. It's
the doping scandals. The doping scandals that have rocked our worlds.
So you're just kind of told to push it aside.
Like salt and pepper.
That's not... but that's definitely not the way you should do it. Not how I recommend. Anyways, so...
Don't take my word for it.
But... So this year, I made it a goal to really, really focus on healing my back, doing whatever it
Can we keep beating on the table in front of the microphone?
Sorry.
It's going to be like boom, boom, boom.
That's okay. It's the effect. The Japanese
Bria's
drums.
going to have to pull out her AirPods right
but
now.
The Japanese drums, we were just talking about this the other day.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, I was talking to you. Clearly, something was not listening. Oh, must be my iPad. But, what were we talking about?
Japanese drums and your back and boom boom pow and whatever.
So this year I made it my goal was to focus on healing my back regardless of what it was. We went to gym and started
almost
taking
over.
We were doing jiu-jitsu and all that. But every time I'd go to work out or do something, my back would just knot up like crazy. And I wasn't doing anything too crazy hard. I wasn't, so it was really, really frustrating. So every time we'd be trying to find something new, like decompression therapy, which did help. The table, it did help, but then it got kind of like...
And regular chiropractic adjustments
regular
helped.
Chiropractic adjustments. It has helped, but it's still a process. There still seemed to be something missing. We even started
heroin.
Well, we've been eating
food
healthier for a while now, and that helped with at least inflammation.
Like I went with lean cuisines for a while.
Oh my goodness. And then we started taking more supplements and taking different supplements, and then using essential oils and all kinds of things, and they all did help, but it seemed like there were still pieces missing. So then we actually stumbled across Jen in our...
Yeah, we did stumble across Jen!
in our Master Networks group. And she started talking about this. And we're, Brent's super researchy.
Attractive.
Super, like he likes to research a lot of things. So he did that for me. And so throughout the year we were doing all kinds of, I don't know what to call research on back therapy or whatever. So, but we never heard about how scars could affect.
Yeah, which is surprising because I've heard it out enough. I should have heard something about that.
Yeah, but so she talks specifically about healing your scars, especially in women who have C-sections. And also, I had a belly button ring done a long time ago.
Rebel.
And that apparently affects it too. It's crazy. So she does all this testing and I'm really hopeful for it. You've done 2 treatment sessions with her. And I think I'm starting to feel different muscles actually work. So I'm really, really hopeful for what's to come.
Yeah, I am too. Because like I said in our meeting today, if I don't have to get woken up at 4, I'd be like, Brent, can you just rub my neck? Oh, okay, I'm making it up. Can you just press right here?
Yeah, because
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not making it up, but it really sucks for you, and it sucks a little bit for me.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm looking forward to... Yeah, I'm looking forward to
this getting fixed.
Yes.
And I feel probably more hopeful than before, because it seems like a different avenue, so I think and as long as you're staying... Right, with everything else, right?
Yeah.
Like, staying with chiropractors, keep getting adjusted, working out, staying fit, eating clean, good supplements.
Yeah.
Lavender or whatever you sprinkle on yourself everywhere. Peppermint.
Actually, the CBD oil too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really helping with inflammation.
That's right.
Really
and I would show you some of our products, but this lovely camera setup is sitting on my CBD boxes. So just know that if you were to peer down from your phone or your monitor, you were looking... We should get one of those VR cameras. We should do that.
The VR camera.
Yeah, they have them, and they sit there, and then some guy can put that on their head like a tool, and then look around, and I feel like they're sitting in our office. I mean, you could just come over.
You can see most of it right now.
Well, but we have a waiting list. We have about 60 people, so we actually are booked for the next over a year.
I know, I love it. That's so good.
Oh my god! After 60 episodes, we'll probably have 100 subscribers by then.
Hey. Think big.
120.
Think bigger.
3 trillion.
I'm going to go High School Musical 3 and say, think bigger. Like Sharpay. Yes, I did go there. Don't be upset.
I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
Don't be disappointed. Why are you disappointed? I brought back our previous life.
I'm sorry.
Back into present day.
So I wanted to talk about what we've been dealing with Jack over the past few... months?
I think it's months now.
Months and even before. So...
Parent
stuff. So Jack was... he always used to be freaked out about if we had cameras in the house, right? And not worried about
Rightfully so.
Not worried about NSA deep state stuff, but the fact that I would talk to him through the camera and he just really didn't process it. Well, he finally figured that out. And then I'd say probably over a year ago, my parents at their house, their smoke detector had a low battery and those are the newer kinds, so it actually tells you, it goes low battery. Well, that freaked him out, and he wouldn't stop asking us about it. Mm-hmm. Fair statement? True?
Yeah.
True.
Fair statement.
So he would always ask me, Daddy, like, why does Grandma and Grandpa's talk about low battery, blah, 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 and he'd talk about it all the time.
He's very inquisitive.
Yeah. And then he finally stopped talking about it, thank God.
Yeah.
So the other night, what was this? Probably about 6 weeks ago, is my guess.
Yeah.
We, Joan decided to put a little essential oils in the room, diffuse, if you will.
Why do I sound like this?
I don't know. Just put some essential oils in it. Get that lavender going, yo. What do you want me to say?
No,
so
I don't know.
she
I put some
the
peace and calming and lavender.
Yeah.
in
Yeah. Well,
diffuser.
that night turned out to be very peace and calming. So she put a little diffuser in his room, and things were fine. And then it was probably like, I don't know, 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah.
We hear the smoke detector going off in Jack's room, and him losing his mind. Daddy! He comes running down the stairs, freaking out, and he's shaking. He's so scared.
Oh, it was really cute though.
So I watched the camera, and what had happened was we had the diffuser right underneath the smoke detector, and that was fine until he got up and he reached to turn the light on, and he missed, and he hit the switch to turn the ceiling fan on.
It wasn't to turn the light on. He wanted to turn the fan on. No, the reason why I know that is because the night before he's like, I just wanted to, can I turn the fan on? Can I turn the fan on?
Okay, well then he did it to himself then.
Yeah.
So he turned the fan on, which sucked up the oily residue,
Yeah.
if you will. The diffusion.
Sure.
The diffusion. I just spit all over my thing. That's disgusting. Anyway. So it got sucked up into the smoke detector. The thing went off, right? So he's been freaked out about that thing.
Yeah.
He kind of still is.
Since then.
Yeah, since then. And, he's like, I can't sleep in there. And he was not sleeping well.
Well,
so
it wasn't even that either. He wasn't sleeping well, but he also would not come out.
Oh, that's right. He wouldn't
go
come out of his room.
to the bathroom. He's completely potty trained.
Yeah, he's been potty trained for a while. I think we covered that in one of the episodes. But he would not come out of his room, and he would hold it. And that first night or something, he peed in the bed.
In the bed because he was like, I'm sorry, but I and he could not talk because
I was going to make him sleep outside.
He was so nervous to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's fine, buddy, but just...
It's fine. As it's like...
But he was embarrassed about it. He didn't want to hold it, but he was that scared of the smoke detector.
So I did what any good dad would do, because I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Is I went and, like the little bracelets that you get at Disney World, the RFID, they're called the Magic Bands.
Magic Bands.
So I found one in my room. And I said, hey, buddy, I'm going to give you this thing. It's magic. He's going to be so mad when he watches this in the future, but whatever.
Yeah,
He'll be
he's
viewer
going to have
number
ideas
9.
for his children.
So he'd wear the Magic Band, and then he knows that if he turns it on, then I can't... if he doesn't want somebody to touch him, he can't. He's like, let me see if it's on. So I'd grab him and I couldn't, the force is keeping it. So that was fine. He's been much better about that, right? As long as we turn on his Magic Band. Mm-hmm. And then, was it 2 nights ago? I think 2 nights ago. I hear, what time was it?
It was early.
It's 5 something again. Yeah. And I hear, Daddy! And we're at the point where I just get out of bed and Jones I was like, just go, it's fine. And he's like, my Magic Band fell off!
Oh, man.
So upset, and I'm yelling at John, I'm like, he's not wearing the Magic Band anymore! So we get up there, and he's freaking out. So then I had to lay in bed with him for 20 minutes, telling him, and I was this close to being like, it doesn't even work anyways, it's fake!
Oh.
But then I was like, oh, that'll create trust issues. So then I just, told him that, you don't, went through the whole speech about how smoke detectors work, because I haven't done this about 50 times, right? I mean, I've taken it down off the ceiling, I let him roll it around, and it doesn't do any difference. So then Joan made what she calls Brave oil.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really works or if it's just mental, but I don't care, because he now sleeps.
Yeah.
He stays in his room, and now he actually goes out into the game room, and Daddy, Mommy, I'm being brave. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right?
I put it on.
We should put motor oil in it and just...
Well, I put it on him right before his nap because he was freaking out before his nap. Mm. And the Brave oil is the Young Living oil blend called Valor. And I put it in a little thing. I put it in
it's bottled. It's my sweat bottle.
It's a little It's a little roller bottle or roller thing. And then I added some coconut oil in it, and I labeled it Jack's Brave Oil. Oh, he loves it. He loves it. He also loves it because it's blue. But this blend is supposed to help with confidence, and I've heard so many stories about how kids are super scared to go to school. Like the first day of school is like traumatizing for them, but then slowly
I tell them the first day you go to school, you go up to the biggest kid that you can find, and you shank them.
Oh, gee. Right.
And then they won't mess with you.
But I heard so many stories about how it's like confidence in a bottle. I was like, how does this even work? Like, what channels does this work on?
Christina Aguilera was a genie in a bottle, so I think this would work.
So I just, people would rub it on their kids' wrists or whatever, and like you'd see an attitude change about it. And I was like, okay, well, let's...
It could be either way, right? It could be mental that they think, oh, it's going to, or it could work. But it doesn't care. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't care. It doesn't matter because if that's what's going to help, then that's what's going to help. But I do think it does help with at least keeping the emotions... If anything, it smells good. Yeah, keeping the emotions at bay.
Yep.
And
I get sleep.
And it's blue. So he loves it.
Yeah.
But
I should tell him it comes from Smurf blood.
Oh goodness. He doesn't know what Smurfs are. He will know.
He will know.
But we put it on, or I put it on him. Oh, jeez. I put it on him right before his nap. Totally fine. I put it on him before he went to bed.
We should do an experiment.
Okay.
You should make another one and put a different oil in it.
Oh yeah.
And see.
Actually, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Good answer.
And if he comes to bed and wakes up, then we'll know.
Then we know. But I'm
why are you yelling right now?
A full believer.
We're like
I'm
18
excited.
inches away from each other and you're screaming in my face.
I'm excited. The level of my excitement is equal to...
Well, you also had that big weekend of boozing it up, making...
That's right.
Candly things or whatever you did.
Yeah, we had another DIY class, which I'm not super DIY-y.
Which I just didn't realize until fairly recently that DIY is do it yourself. I thought it was just dye class.
Oh. Well, I think I probably thought the same thing when I first saw it. I feel like that was, I don't know, a couple months ago.
Well, anyways, tell them about the class. Tell them what you did.
Well, it was like a virtual DIY class with...
okay, we're still on. Thank God.
Yeah, there's time. Yeah, there's time.
There's a timer going.
It was at my friend Vesta's house again. You really cater to my insecurities. Oh.
Joan, you've been doing this for 3.5 episodes.
Yeah,
now.
That's right. So we made some spiked apple cider.
Hot toddies.
Hot toddy.
Hot toddy. Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. So it was apple cider with some... I think it was, I don't remember the exact recipe.
Everclear?
But we used all kinds of like oils.
Generic.
Super simple. Super simple. Cinnamon.
Nutmeg.
Hey,
I just guessed.
Clove? I think there was clove.
I wasn't there. How would I know?
I don't know because I've talked
Cloves.
about it. So we also, we made some face serum.
Yeah?
Some moisture. Yeah. We made like, a body scrub.
No, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Would this face serum keep my forehead from looking like Gordon Ramsay's?
It's supposed to.
Why didn't you give me any?
Well, because I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to keep it for my skin.
It's fine.
I'm a little bit selfish when it comes to that. But it was fun. It was fun to...
You're only with me for my money and my body.
There were a lot of people who had hopped on during that time online. And we made them with very simple products. There was coconut oil.
Oh, people are online doing it too?
Yeah, people online. It was in our team.
Introverts unite.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I'm an introvert or not. I'm not. I'm an extroverted introvert. I don't know what that means. I talked about this.
Is that like skinny fat?
Yeah.
It's like skinny fat.
But all the oils that we used were from like the starter kit that you buy. And so, but it makes it so simple. So a lot of the times people have joined either Young Living or whatever essential oil company that they go into, and they just buy it and then they know nothing about it. And they're like, oh, these are just going to sit here. And then people think they're weird.
That's true.
So anyways, that was the class was to kind of utilize what we had already and create things that you use all the time, like face moisturizer and all kinds of stuff like that. Face moisturizer, room spray. Room spray.
Oh, yeah.
So the purification, did we talk about this last time? That purification oil?
Yeah, yes.
I don't know. This purification oil does not smell like what it's supposed to smell like, but then I used it on the smoky...
Smoke detectors?
Our smoky clothes in the
you
dryer.
you talked about this.
It really works.
We're like those old people that just keep telling the same stories again and again.
I know, but hopefully it gets better every time you tell it.
Did you tell them about your back hurting?
No. But yeah, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. We had a good group of women.
Good fellowship of women.
Good. Oh.
So I have written down here, see, we have to kind of plan out our show, because if we don't, we're going to bore you even more than we already do, probably.
Hey, positive thoughts. So
we have some little bullet points here. So first of all, before I get into this next part, if you have any funny things that your kids did,
oh yes, please
put them in the comments.
Please share them.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them next week.
Yes.
Whoever has funny ones. If it's not funny, I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
So I wrote down where we can talk about some of our some funny stories we had. We should try to tell a funny story each week.
Okay, like what?
Well, I do have a lot. Like when I got locked in the bathroom in Tenerife.
Oh yes.
But
yes.
we'll talk about our. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, it blinked. That means it just cut. It just put a new file marker down. Okay, good. I thought it stopped.
Okay.
All right.
It still says. Yeah,
it's
we're
blinking.
good.
We're still good. How about that? So we're gonna talk about our wedding night. But not like that.
Goodness, that was fun. No, it was fun. It makes for a good story.
Sure does.
Are you gonna tell it?
I will. I would like to tell it.
Okay.
So.
You can tell it. And
Good God. Am I shedding? So we got married in Dallas at the Maple Manor Hotel. It is a bed and breakfast that is out of business, so I don't feel bad about talking about it. And it was right next to the Crescent Hotel. So it's one of those things that it's like, would you rather stay in the Crescent and look down at that, or would you rather stay in Maple Manor and look at the beautiful Crescent?
We didn't get to do either.
Well, all right. I guess we told that story. Let's move on.
Nope.
Spoiler alert.
No, you don't. They don't know. They don't know what's going on.
I think they can figure it out now.
No, they can't.
Okay, so we got married at the Maple Manor, and then we were going to stay there because it's a bed and breakfast, so that was going to be our wedding night. Mm-hmm. All right, and it's a really cool old bed and breakfast, built in the, I don't know, 1600s or something in Dallas. Now it's like 18 something.
For the longest time, we didn't remember the name of it. We were like, is it Meerkat Manor?
Oh my God, we did call it Meerkat Manor.
Yeah.
So we got married, had our reception there, went out, took pictures, sweated our pants off.
Everything off.
Everything off, because we got married in July. Smart. Or June.
I'm sorry.
June. Starts with a J, though. I was close.
That's okay. We both kind of forget, too.
So we got married in June, and we had the reception, did all the pictures, and then we decided to go back to my parents' house because we still had relatives that were in town, and they were about to fly out that night or the next morning.
Which was in McKinney.
Yes. So we drove about 30 miles north, hung out with everyone, opened our wedding presents,
I don't know.
have ridiculous salt and pepper shakers that are awesome.
I know.
But we don't use them because they're expensive.
Yeah. It was one of those registry things. We're like, oh, look at this.
How about that? Yeah, that's what you first get married. You're like, oh, let's register for all the expensive stuff. Yeah.
They will get it for you.
Yeah, they'll get it for you. But then if you register for expensive stuff that you're not going to use.
Oh, anyways.
What's going on with your hair right now?
I don't know. Is it crazy?
Yeah, just kind of do something with it. We're losing viewers here right now. So after we said bye to everyone, we drove back to downtown and couldn't park our car in the parking lot because I had a gate that was across it and locked.
Yeah, on both sides.
I don't even remember where we went and parked, but we just parked down the street.
We parked underneath the Crescent, the hotel.
Oh, that's right. We had to pay for it too, which annoyed me. So then
but there was nobody in there, so there was plenty of parking.
Yeah, it's true. It was a Sunday night. So then we walk up the ramp and we walk over to the Maple Manor Hotel, and it is locked up.
Yeah.
Lights off. And there was a couple that was in that parking lot fighting. Having a massive fight.
There were chairs being thrown.
Was there?
Yes, I remember. The girl threw the chair and we're like, do we need to, go away? Or do we need to, we were going to try to ask for help and be we didn't want to ask them. A key or something?
Yeah, so they were doing that, and the lights were off, the door was locked, I had no phone number. Actually, the phone number just called inside, but there was nobody there. There was no caretaker.
Yep.
You know what?
Was there supposed to be a code or something?
It was like how Mary and Joseph felt. There was no room at the end for us. I mean, that was basically it. So there was no code, and I had no contact number, and we're standing in the bushes trying to peer into the thing. Yeah, we're knocking, totally, and I was like, oh my God. And the kicker is all of our stuff was inside there. Yeah. All of our change of clothes. Or whatever. Yeah, all of our toiletries, everything for the next morning was in there. Yeah. And we're like, what do we do? And we emailed, I'm not going to say her name. Yeah. But we emailed, because she's probably one of our viewers.
Yeah, but, yeah.
So I emailed, we'll just say M. Yeah. I emailed M and said, we can't get in. What's going on? And then at that point, we had been outside for probably 30 to 45 minutes trying to figure out how to get in. And we just said, screw it. We're just going to go to another hotel. Oh, that's cute. One of our lights just went out. That is cute. All right, cool. Well, Joan's in shadow. Well, let's see. Yep, and it's dead.
Is there a way to plug it in?
I don't think so.
That's cool.
All right.
See, live.
Live.
Sort of live.
Sort of live. It's okay. Anyways.
Can you?
You can. Yeah, I can see you.
That's all right. Okay.
It's fine. So, anyways, we ended up going to another hotel. I think we went to a Marriott or something like that. I don't know. Whatever, Sheraton or something. We went and stayed at another hotel, and then the next day they were open and we had to grab our stuff, and they were very quick to refund us the money. Yes. To reimburse us for the other hotel. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of upsetting, but it's one of our better stories. That, and at least we got our complimentary breakfast in the morning. That's what
Did we? Yeah, we did. Well, I mean, as much of the complimentary breakfast as you could get. Because I remember there was orange juice.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh. Well, that's what I remember. I remember the food part.
So we want to hear some of your funny stories, the things that started out were like, oh my God, this is terrible, but it turns out it's just a funny story at the end.
Yeah. You forgot to eat at the wedding. Is that a common thing?
Yeah.
Do people
I didn't forget to eat, but I was too busy sweating, being stressed.
Oh, well, I was hungry, so I had 2 plates.
Red flag.
Should I move forward this way so you?
No, they can see you.
I'm
Don't
the
worry.
darker of the two. In
this is true. This is true, but I mean, the light is on the star of the show here. Do you want to come sit? Right. You want to come sit on my lap?
No, that's okay.
Sure.
That's all right.
All right. Well, we know that one's about to end soon.
Yeah, that's okay.
You want to check the battery on that,
sure,
and I'll ramble.
Okay, you go ramble.
So, anyways.
Yeah, this one's almost dead too.
Oh, that one's almost dead. So we got to speed this up. So we got to speed this up before we're in total darkness. Then I promised that we were going to talk about cliches.
Oh, yes.
Things that just kind of drive me nuts. And it's not I don't seriously get irritated, internally, but it annoys me. So
they're more funny things that you always notice.
I just hear them. I just hear them all the time. And I'll think of more throughout different episodes. But what I wrote down was when you're at a restaurant and you finish your food and the waiter comes by or the waitress and goes, oh, you clearly hated that. Or how was it? You must have hated that. And the diner goes, oh, yeah, you better tell the chef. Oh, I'll tell the chef. It was terrible. Oh, God, you hear it all the time.
It clearly
all the
terrible.
time. Clearly terrible. Or, there's things people say on a plane. I can't remember what they are, but I'll think of it next time. Or when we're doing a photo shoot, can you Photoshop my arms? Yeah. Or did I break your camera? All the time. No. I mean, so I'm sure in every industry, there's some sort of cliche that drives somebody like me nuts. So put those in the comments. What cliches do you hate?
It makes me laugh because it bothers him more than it bothers me.
What was that at, by the way?
It's on the last little.
Oh, jeez.
That's okay.
That's all right.
I mean, we can always open the window. It's just going to be...
I'm not doing the opening the window.
Why?
Because...
It's a little too much natural light.
Yeah, I'm a vampire. So yeah, put that in the comments, the cliches that annoy you.
The cliches.
Cliches that annoy you.
Oh, the best... Oh, this was a question we were going to pose. Why is it why is it when people ask, or when the waiter or waitress asks, "Hey, did you
save room for dessert?"
Did you save room for dessert? Everybody has to give a little chuckle. Oh no!
Yeah, everyone smiles. Oh no! So now, because we've talked about it, I've made it a point that every time they come by, I just deadpan. No, thank you. Oh, did you want some pecan pie? Oh no, we don't have any room.
How do you say pecan? Do you say pecan?
No, it's pecan.
Or pecan.
It's pecan.
Pecan.
But I just like to say that because it irritates you.
Pie.
We'll talk about that because those things irritate you too.
Crane.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's another episode because we're going to run out of light.
We don't. There's still plenty of light.
No, it's fine. All right. We're going to talk next week.
Right there.
What, my Gordon Ramsay forehead?
No, the light.
Yeah.
See?
Next week, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving coming up.
Oh, yes.
We're going to talk about...
More food.
What we're going to be doing. What we're going to be cooking.
Yeah.
Or not cooking.
No, we'll be cooking. Well, no, I guess we're not cooking.
That's another story. And then you've got we have written down, you have an online class for moms coming up, Joan. Tell us about that.
Yes,
I'd love to hear.
Let me tell you about this class that I'm going to be
So, Joan, how's work going?
It's great, Brent. No, I'm going to be hosting an online class specifically for moms, because especially this time of year can be very, very stressful. Everybody's getting sick, and you don't need to get sick. Hey! Oh, hey, look at that. I'm lit up again.
You better talk quick.
And we luckily have adjusted our diets and have added supplements and different kinds of things into our lives that have really, really helped us stay strong, especially throughout the season. We are hardly ever sick. We are hardly ever sick. Well, we take time to take care of ourselves. So the whole point of the class is to educate mothers specifically, because a lot of the times they take on the brunt of the stress. They're usually, and they don't ever want to like talk about it. I'm not saying the dads or whatever. Oh.
See, right there, right there.
I'm not saying the dads don't get stressed, but I can talk about the mom side, because that's how you do. That's where I am. You can talk about the dad side if you'd like.
Yeah, that's just a bleeding ulcer. It's okay.
I'm not saying that the guys don't.
So what is your class going to be about?
That's what I just said.
No, but like how do they? Is it like a 1 hour class? How does this work?
No, it's going to be over a couple of days. It's going to be on Facebook. So it's not really
do I go to facebook.com.gov?
I can send an invite, or I will. I'm going to create an event. No, it's a group. I'm going to create the group, and I'm going to invite the moms that I know.
Well, what about moms that are seeing this that are interested? How do they get in touch with you, Joan?
Yes, you can just send me a message.
Send us an email to coffeewithjoanandbrent@gmail.com. She didn't even know our email address.
No, because I was thinking about my photography one.
See, self-plugs.
But I...
coffeewithjoanandbrent@gmail.com.
I would really like to have... I don't know. I know how hard it was being like a
young mother.
A new mom, and not having the tools... to be able to stay healthy, or to even just, think about staying healthy especially through the holiday season, with stress, family, a new kid,
famine.
Oh, jeez, famine. But anyways, I have, I guess, accumulated a lot of tools and knowledge to be able to pass that on. I want to pass that on to other people, because I just don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like
you're not alone.
I don't want you to feel alone, and I just don't want. I don't like seeing people
hurting, struggling.
I just don't. Especially when there are tools out there that can help.
Yep.
And I have that knowledge too. So I have some of that knowledge, and so I want to pass that on to people.
So reach out, send us an email, coffeewithjoanandbrent.com. What? Coffee?
See, made fun of me and couldn't remember it.
coffeewithjoanandbrent@gmail.com, or
reach out on Facebook.
Reach out on Facebook if you know Joan. Yep, you can sign up. It's 100% free to join, no obligation.
There's no obligation.
You can check it out. You might think she's full of crap. You don't have to do a single thing. You might think she's great. You can give her a ton of money. It's whatever you want to do.
But you don't have to pay for the class. There's no paying for the class.
There's none.
It's just, it's a group. It's going to be, when is it? Next week?
The
end of next week. So keep an eye out for an invite to the group, because
that's right.
I would really, really, really like to talk to people about it. I think it would be, we'll have fun too.
It'll be good. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming by the podcast today, Joan.
Thank you, Brent.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, bud. So,
Gross.
this has been episode number 4 of Coffee with Joan and Brent. Please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, comment, hit that notification bell, subscribe on iTunes.
What else?
Anything else? Support us.
Yep. Thank you.
Help me, I'm poor.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the other thing, please be our sponsor. Check us out. Patreon link is in the description. There's all kinds of different sponsorship levels.
Yeah.
We should do a thing for only like 25 cents a day. You can sponsor us, a poor McKinney
But see,
family.
look, you could get this done. And then you could be like, hey, look.
You can be like us.
Our
What?
Our coffee mugs are in there.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for stopping.
Bye. Thank you.
Peace out.